Hello, everybody. This is Elijah Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, and it's coming up for Valentine's Day. That's why I have the pretty shiny sparklies. Plus, I like pretty shiny sparklies. So, Valentine's Day is coming up. And what does that mean for us? And by the way, I'm Elijah Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, and I have a group of awesome people. Go check us out if you want a reading. And our prices are comparable. Some of them are darn right cheap. Anywho, and we have a lot of love readings this month on sale. So I know that's what a shameless advertisement, isn't it? I'm sorry, but we're good, and I have to say we're good. So I have for the first card today for Valentine's, February 14th, 2019, we have this card, Listen. And you'd be surprised. Most of your people who are on the receiving end of your love want you simply to listen or hear. And it is well worth the wait. It is well worth it. If you can spend some time listening, not replying, simply listening. And so let's start out with the reading. And the first reading is the King of Swords. The King of Swords, well, if you happen to be in love with the King of Swords, you're going to be one very strong personality. But if it's as I generally read it, the King of Swords is a card of change or shifting, then it's a very positive change and shift because you're choosing to change and shift. And you're choosing to shift in the way you want to do. It's not something that's forced on you. It's something that you simply are choosing. And that is the basis of the reading for you. And what comes next? Princess of Pentacles. And the Princess of Pentacles is a good card. You're surrounded by beauty. It's also a money card. Cannot go by without saying that. But she is surrounded by beauty. And with the change you're looking for is to include more beauty in your life. Then this is starting out to be really good. And by beauty, I'm not talking necessarily about pretty flowers and a nice painting, nice furniture. I'm talking about the beauty of the soul. And the soul is what you fall in love with a person, mostly. So with your changing because you want more beauty in your life and you're seeking love, this is the card for you to cover you. And what's behind you? What's behind is the Queen of Pentacles. And now the Queen of Pentacles, generally I read as a human being. And she is a very strong, self-assured human being. And in this case, whether you're male or female, just pretend it's the opposite sex. So there's somebody in your life who's very strong and self-assured and confident that you're either married to, got a crush on, or you're working on a relationship. Regardless of what it is, that person is a very powerful person in your life. And the fact that they're confident and self-secured is a blessing. A blessing for everybody. It is. So the King of Wands. And now if you are looking for a person, and this is another human being, this one I usually, if it's in this case, just pretend it's the opposite sex. If you're a male, then pretend it's a female. And if you're a female, then you're already good. This person is very calm and quiet. It's very smart, very watches a great deal. Has a lot of ideas about who they should or should not get involved with, and they will help you but only if you make a really good case for it. Now that's the kind of person it is. So instead of saying behind and below, I'm going to say there's two options for you. And let's go and see what the next one is. And the next one is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is a coming together of the energies. It's a creation of balance. Usually I read it as something in yourself is coming together so you're more fully formed, more complete. And in this case, I think this has more to do with coming together two ways. It would be, again, you are coming together, because without you being together, you cannot attract that which you love. But also the fact is, these two people are very likely thinking about you as much as you're thinking about them. And the potential is very strong in at least 65%, maybe 67% of the cases, that you have a likelihood of things coming together and working for you. And you have the support. You have a great deal of support. And this is generally a card of family. So you have a lot of support for finding and being in love. And honestly, you don't want to be madly, passionately in love when you first meet a person. You want it to grow slowly and steadily from a friendship. Those relationships have a better potential of surviving than you meet somebody and your heart goes pitter-patter, oh wow, beat, beat, because that's a crush. But you develop a love over time. You have a greater chance of staying, working through the hard times, and having a lot more in common. So all these people you've met, hopefully you've known them for a while, and you've gone out to parties together, and you've sat and talked, or you just went snow skiing together, or swimming in the other hemispheres. Because, as I said, friendship is, if you've known somebody for 8 months, and then you start dating, the chances are that relationship is going someplace, and it's going to be vital and healthy and strong. And if you end up married, the chances are it is a lifer. Okay, and as I said, the chances are it is a lifer. And this is my marriage card. So take your time, get to know the person as a friend first. And that's very hard with you are extremely attracted to somebody saying, hey, just back off for a bit, let's get to know each other. Because that human need is natural, it's healthy, but it is no friend to marriage. So you want to get married, you don't go out and rush into any kind of physical commitment right away. You do take your time, and if you do take your time, you will be rewarded greatly, very highly, in fact. And the last card is being on cloud 9. Why? Because patience in relationships where you want it to be a lifetime commitment is rewarded. And hey, if you get to know somebody and the love grows from a seed, and you can watch it grow instead of being full grown whoosh, like blazing stars, it lasts. It's like an oak tree grows from an acorn, which is not true, but it grows from a seed, and it grows from a small seed, but an oak tree grows and it becomes huge over time. And a love like that can last forever. Like these people you see, these old people who have been together for 90% of their life, and they sit there and they joke with each other and they bicker, but they obviously are joined at the hips. They took their time. They got to know each other. And did they have rough times? You darn better believe it. Of course they did. No relationship goes without hard times. But they survived it, got closer, and they are now in cloud nine. And what does today itself bring, or the 14th exactly? Love abounds. And this is a love from on top, down through the heart, into the earth, and back up again, like the torus that surrounds the earth. Is it love? In this case, let's say yes, just for today anyhow. Be patient, and it will be indeed true love, and you will be ecstatic. If after 5 years he doesn't propose to you, then the guy's not going to, so walk away. But after 8 months, chances are yes. All right, now that was a very mixed up message, but it has a few kernels of truth in it. Namaste.